Well, more on that. China has given its take on what's gone on with the Wagner mutiny. It says it will not affect relations with Russia and that the strategic partnership between the two countries will continue.
The Wagner Group incident is Russia's internal affairs. As a friendly neighbor and comprehensive strategic partner of coordinating in the new era, China supports and believes that Russia can safeguard its national stability to achieve development and prosperity. China and Russia have maintained close and sound relationships at all levels.
We can speak now to Victor Gao, who is Vice President at the Center for China and Globalization. He joins us now from Beijing. Thank you for joining the program, sir. So that's the official line from China. What do you think? How do you think the Chinese leadership is really viewing this attempted mutiny in Russia over the weekend?
Thank you very much for having me. I think the Wagner incident, if we use that term, has really taken many countries and many people by complete surprise, including, I would say, China. China was not prepared to see an incident like this, and China did not know exactly what's the implication and what's the reason behind it at the very beginning of the incident. However, I truly believe that the Wagner incident, however you define it, will not affect China-Russian relations and friendship and cooperation. Why? First of all, Wagner group does not represent the totality of Russia. It does not represent the totality of the Russian armed forces, and it does not represent everything on the Russian side as far as the Ukrainian war is concerned. And within 24 hours, it seems that there is a satisfactory resolution of the Wagner group as well as its leader. And hopefully that will be...
Let me interrupt you there. Doesn't the Wagner insurrection contradict the narrative of Putin as a strong leader who enjoys full support of his people? If Putin's rule is unstable, isn't supporting him bad for business?
I personally don't see that in that light. Why? Because Prigozhin and President of Belarus, the defense minister, Shoigu, as well as the chief of staff, General Gerasimov of Russia, etc., they all are loyal to President Putin, including the head of the Wagner group, even though he believes a lot of grievances against the defense ministry, defense minister, the leader of the Russian army, etc. It's not the same as if, for example, he himself is now rebellion against President Putin.
Okay.
I think sooner or later there will be a resolution.
So you don't think it's dangerous for a country to support and keep such a large non-state military group? I mean, isn't there a possibility if they've done it once, they'll do it again?
First of all, other things being equal, to have a mercenary group like Wagner in any country is abnormal. It's not the normal thing. It's not a very normal phenomenon to start with. However, given the history in recent decades in Russia, and given the fact that in the Ukrainian war, this Wagner group has played its own role. For good or for bad, that's another value judgment. Therefore, I think we need to see the Wagner group in the context of the recent history of Russia, and how to deal with this Wagner group is completely an internal matter of Russia. Therefore, China has no role to play. China does not have any advice for the Russians as to how to deal with this. And I personally hope eventually there will be a resolution of the Wagner group. It doesn't seem that the Wagner group will really be the end of the day anytime soon. They may still continue to operate either in Belarus or in Ukraine itself or in some of the African countries. Therefore, they may kick around for quite some time to come, for good or for bad.
Victor Gao, good to get your thoughts. Vice President at the Center for China and Globalization, speaking to us there from Beijing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.